Well, here's a rare find. A photo of Peggy Lipton smiling. Did you ever notice that Peggy, for whatever reason, chooses not to smile in photos most of the time? I'm not sure why. She has a beautiful smile. Maybe, just maybe, it's because of the iconic character that she played on the Mod Squad, a show which ran on ABC from 1968 to 1973. Peggy played a flower power hippie girl named Julie Barnes. She, along with Clarence Williams III and Michael Cole, headlined a show which rode the wave of the counterculture movement in the late 60s to immense popularity with both television audiences and critics. The show would earn 6 Emmy Award nominations, 4 Golden Globe nominations, plus 1 win for Peggy. And for me, well, I liked the show, but I was still a little kid, and quite frankly, programming like Gilligan's Island and Batman were really more my cup of TV. However, that opening sequence where they're running around in a darkened warehouse, the freeze-frame action shots of each of the main characters, and that theme music, holy cow, I could watch that over and over again. Truly good stuff. And at the same time that Peggy was having all that success on TV, she was red hot on the Mod Squad. She was also having moderate success as a singer. According to Wikipedia, 3 of her singles landed on the Billboard charts. Stony End, which was later a hit for Barbra Streisand, by the way, Lou, and Wear Your Love Like Heaven, which was written by Donovan. But after the Mod Squad, Peggy just kind of disappeared from our TV and movie screens, and yes, she did come back for the '79 Mod Squad reunion movie, pictured here, but she really did purposefully decide to take a break. A long break. Why? Well, a lot of it has to do with this guy, Quincy Jones, an amazing musician in his own right. Jones is also one of the greatest album producers of all time. His work with Michael Jackson is legendary. But we're not here to talk about MJ. We're here to talk about Peggy. And she fell head over heels for this guy. And together they decided they wanted to be a family. Here they are a few years later, pictured outside of their home with daughter Kirada. Love the smiles. Not sure what you were thinking, Peggy. That smile really is one of your best traits. Okay, I can't help but fast forward to a picture from, well, relatively present day. While it's true that Quincy and Peggy are no longer married, they are still in many ways a happy family, albeit a bit of an extended one. Quincy and Peggy are great friends, and their 2 daughters seem to have acquired the best traits from both of their parents. You may recognize the other daughter, Rashida, from her roles in Parks and Recreation, The Office, and Angie Tribeca. Yep, that's Quincy and Peggy's daughter there, carrying on the family legacy. Now, if we could only get her to agree to a Mod Squad reboot. Back to Peggy. After raising her 2 daughters, Peggy returned to TV in a fairly big way on a little TV series called Twin Peaks. Peggy played waitress Norma Jennings on this show, and it took the U.S. by storm. I still remember the water cooler conversations, the speculation around who killed Laura Palmer, and would Special Agent Dale Cooper ever get to the bottom of the homecoming queen's untimely demise? Okay, we've got to fast forward again, because Peggy has returned to that same role when Showtime made the gutsy call to bring Twin Peaks back to television. Here she is with actress Matt Janemick, who both have decided that the non-smile look is definitely the way to go. Still, for this show, it's probably the right thing to do. There's a lot to worry about in the creepy little town of Twin Peaks, Washington. In 2005, Peggy released her memoir, Breathing Out. I haven't read it. I've got to admit that. But if you look at the reviews on Amazon, it seems like if you're a fan, it would be a great way to spend a little time getting to know Peggy. Learning about how she handled her overnight success as Julie Barnes on the Mod Squad, which, as the book's description says, made her an instant fashion icon and the it girl everyone from Elvis to Paul McCartney wanted to date. I believe it is in Breathing Out where Peggy talks about her own battle with cancer. Like I said, if you're a fan, sounds like a great read. I'll post a link to it in the video's description if you're interested in picking it up. More recently, Peggy made an appearance on daughter Rashida's show, Angie Tribeca. The role that she was asked to play wasn't much of a stretch because, well, you probably guessed it, she played Angie's mother. And this wasn't the first time that the two had appeared on screen together. When the two appeared as mother and daughter in a Verizon commercial a few years back, many of the younger members of the Twitterverse went crazy over the fact that someone so young would be cast as Jones's mother. I love Rashida's response above. Tons of emojis and a good-natured, simple response of, "That is my mother." So much for all of the folks who joined in the hashtag not buying it. Alright, one last pick of the squad. Man, they were cool. Not as cool as the Cape Crusader, mind you, or even Captain Kirk, but still pretty dang cool. Now it's your turn. Share your memories in the comments section, and while you're at it, I would appreciate a thumbs up or even sharing this video on Facebook and or Twitter. And what the heck, as long as I'm asking, why not subscribe to the channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.